Our next speaker is Chrysostomos Galatoulos. Chrysostomos joins us from Greece. He's a DevOps engineer at Epignosis Learning Technologies. They are using Metaflow for some amazing use cases for transcoding media files, serving their vast user base of over 10 million users. This is really, really awesome. So, Chrysostomos, thank you so much for joining us, and over to you. Let us know how you use Metaflow.
Hello, thank you. First of all, Riley, great job. That's fantastic. It's the first meeting I joined here for Metaflow of hours, and even the first use case I see is fantastic. So let me start by sharing my screen. I may have to relaunch Zoom, so I might take 10 seconds. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Right, here he is. We can see your screen being shared, Chrysostomos. Yeah, we can see your screen being shared.
Okay, that's perfect. First of all, good morning or good afternoon, depending on your time zone. I'm here to share how Metaflow has helped our engineering team at Epignosis. So a few things about Epignosis first. Epignosis is a leader in the learning technology sector. We develop a suite of products designed for corporate training and workforce management. We have a global footprint. We have more than 11 million learners worldwide using our platforms. And the product spectrum ranges from micro-learning mobile apps to large-scale, fully customizable enterprise solutions. In short, we have four products, four or five products mainly. Talent LMS is our cloud-hosted learning management system. It's the main product of the company, and it's suited to small to medium-sized businesses. Talent HR is our solution for human resource management. eFront is tailored for larger enterprises and can be either be hosted by us or can be hosted by the customer on their own premises. And Talent Cards is a mobile app for micro learning through flashcards, small learning cards. Lastly, Talent Library complements our platforms with a collection of some pre-made courses. So a few things about me and the team. My name is Chrysostomos, thank you for introducing me to Sri. I work as a DevOps engineer at Epignosis since January. I first started to code a couple of years ago. Now at Epignosis, I've been there for 2 years, and I've been part of the DevOps team for the last 9 or 10 months. There I'm working alongside a small yet highly proficient team of engineers. We're currently 4 engineers, and we are responsible for site reliability, architecting solutions, mainly everything that has to do with cloud or AWS. So we're a pretty small team. So what led us to Metaflow? For us, media transcoding is a pivotal operation due to the nature of our learning solutions. We deal with a lot of video and audio every day. And to be precise, we get about 5,000 jobs a day. That's files that a customer may have uploaded. So these files are mainly course videos, so they tend to be lengthy and sizable. And another aspect you have to consider regarding media transcoding at Epignosis is that we offer unlimited storage to customers, so they are free to upload as much content as they want. The content that they upload may be consumed across our offerings and products, and not only different products but different platforms, because for each product we have a web version and we also have mobile apps. And we also and all this together amounts to a great cost for us regarding storage. Our existing solution was developed in 2013. It was an app built with Python 2.7 and Ruby. Although it served us well initially, with time it started to show signs of strain, and that was to be expected because Epignosis has grown almost tenfold in the last 3 years. It was also supported by a contractor, which in itself posed a dependency risk for us. And the app used a custom pre-cloud era auto-scaling mechanism, and it was becoming increasingly difficult to maintain and extend.
Quick question. So just to kind of understand the setup here. So Epignosis sells solutions for companies to kind of sort of create their own training material.
Exactly.
So if I'm a retail store and I'm going to have, let's say, 50 different employees at 50 different locations, I can create the material for how do I do checkout, and how do I do whatever, how do I stock things, or how do I plan for buying new things. So all of this material, I can create tutorials for this as videos and whatever text and whatnot, and I can upload it to Epignosis platform. Is that right?
Yes, that's exactly right. So we offer the platform and the learning tools a learning manager may need to set up training for their corporation, be it video courses, be it quiz and test, or chain training material. We offer exam functionalities.
Got it. And these files that are getting uploaded, the audio, video files, they need to be processed.
Yes.
So that they can be like you mentioned, like you can serve it on a web browser, you can serve it in an app, you can serve it on desktop computers, maybe with like different types of screens and whatnot. So to be able to do that, you need the transcoding, and I'm guessing that's where probably Metaflow will come into picture. Is that right?
Exactly.
Okay. Cool.
Our customers, they will have almost no limitation to the kind of media file they may want to use on the platform. But we have to re-encode everything because we have to make it as accessible to anyone as possible. And right now, I'll be touching on this on the next slide. So I'll continue there. Okay, so that was some parts of the new solution that we wanted to have. We wanted to have a new solution that would be auto-scaling, so it would be cost-effective and the performance would be there. We had to develop it ourselves in-house. So in order to reduce dependency on external contractors, it had to be cost-effective, of course. It had to be extendable, and that was one of our main targets because of the small capacity of our team and the low number of our members. We wanted to make sure that if we commit time to a solution, it would be a solution that we would be able to extend it in the future, and not only that, but we would also gain knowledge that would be beneficial for other projects in the future. Also, it had to be feasible, and that it may sound kind of weird, but it had to be something that we could realistically implement it with our capacity. And lastly, it had to be maintainable, not only by our team, the DevOps team that is only 4 members, but it had to be easily maintainable by developers from our products as well. So these requirements kind of steered us towards Metaflow. We got together in Athens and we started an internal hackathon, let me say it. And our inspiration for using Metaflow was the Diffusion Metaflow project because we are already experimenting with stable diffusion image creation, and we came across Diffusion Metaflow. And that's when it clicked that Metaflow can also be used for tasks like that, and not only it's not only a machine learning framework. So how we use Metaflow now? It's not a greatly complicated solution. It's pretty simple actually. We have a simple task. We want each file that is uploaded to be re-encoded to H.264. So it's compatible with everything. And also we wanted to downscale a video if needed, if the source resolution is too high and we don't support it. And we also want to be able to apply watermarks. All these are very easy to do with FFmpeg. So our stack is based on the CloudFormation outer bounds is maintaining. We have made some slight modifications, but they're not noteworthy. We use the simplest Docker image with FFmpeg binaries. It's just plain Python 3.9 Slim. For production, we export workflows as the functions, and for consumption by our products, we use Lambda triggered. We trigger those functions through Lambda functions, and that's all behind an AWS API gateway. We also use spot instance pricing because its job is very short and it's 100% tolerant to faults. We don't really care if a machine gets reclaimed by AWS because with the functions it would get retried, and that's fine for us. And we have also done a canary launch, and right now we have almost 25,000 worry-free conversions. So why Metaflow is here to stay at AWS? First of all, repeatability. Our workflows have become very easy to replicate, and our conversions are predictable. We have after developing the solution, we have had no instance of something unexpected happening. What was profound for us was how quick we went from idea to an alpha version we could test on the products. That was 2 weeks, and that's huge for us. Remember, we are a small team, so when we allocate time for this, not only by our team but also by product teams, it's easy not to find that time, to never find the time. So having such a quick turnaround was a huge win for us. Another great benefit we had was that the whole project was handed over in 2 days. Metaflow, the workflow is pretty simple. We don't have a very sophisticated workflow. So it was very simple to onboard new people on how they will develop using Metaflow. As everyone knows, we have no maintenance with the infrastructure. It just works great with AWS resources. Development is really, really fast. And what we really liked was the fact that you can export workflows as step functions, because all our products have had to have a transition towards cloud, because they are products that have been in the market for more than 10 years, and in the last years we're actively pushing developers to start utilizing cloud resources more. So this makes it very easy for us to help developers consume our workflows within our products. And due to the easiness of developing on Metaflow, anyone can help chip in and experiment. The enthusiasm among the developers has been infectious, and we are hoping to lay down the groundwork for data and machine learning talent that is bound to come to the company. We are still in early stages in those sectors, so make it by chance. I don't know, but coming into Metaflow was a huge step for us on that regard. Some future ideas and projects we started discussing is extending our media transcoding to redubbing in other languages for video localization. This will make it easy for our clients to have content accessible to many different linguistic groups. Regarding stable diffusion, we have already a project that uses it, and we are actually now exploring doing that through Metaflow. Up until now, we haven't ventured into hosting our own inference. We are using Hugging Face inference endpoints for that. And last but certainly not least, we are right now developing a new data warehouse within Epignosis, and we're pretty sure that Metaflow will play a pivotal role in our ETL tasks. And also one last thing that we are actively thinking about using Metaflow is large-scale report creation. We have customers with more than 50,000 learners that require huge reports, very detailed reports on the progress of each learner. So we're actively exploring outsourcing all of this to Metaflow. So that was it. I hope I gave you a quick glimpse of how Metaflow has enabled a small team like us to iterate quickly and to bring projects to production that are truly worry-free for us. That's the greatest benefit Metaflow has given us. Thank you.
This is awesome, Chrysostomos. This is really good. Thank you so much for sharing this. One few points that quickly came to mind, by the way, is you mentioned about wanting to run the Metaflow jobs. Today they are run periodically, but you could imagine kind of sort of running them based on events. Things like when a user uploaded new files into S3 or wherever, you want to trigger a job which immediately starts the transcoding or the downsizing or adding the watermark or things like that. So some of those things are also available in Metaflow. If you just look at like Metaflow event triggering, you'll find some of the documentation for it on the open source Metaflow, docs. So you can imagine kind of sort of making these things also event driven rather than having to, I mean, of course, depends on different use cases, but if you want to do things where a customer is already kind of, onboarded and, they add 3 new videos today, then automatically triggering a pipeline based on that event and then making all the transitions from there happening. It's possible through Metaflow. So that is really would be something interesting for you to look into.
That's great. Thank you for sharing.